This is part one of a series I did not plan to make. A woman made a video saying she's pregnant. Her husband is AS, she is AS, and she did a test to confirm the genotype of her unborn baby. Nigerian women flooded the comments section asking for more explanation. Some comments caught my attention, and it went like this: I can't imagine leaving my boyfriend who is AS. I sat there thinking, before we even get to that conversation, does anyone know what test she did? Because there's more than one type of test, and they all do not tell the same thing. Test that determines a fetus genotype falls into two categories. You have the screening test, which assesses probability, and diagnostic test, which confirms the exact genetic makeup. They can be done during pregnancy or before implantation entirely. Let's break it down. First, diagnostic test. This directly analyzes foetal cells and gives you a definitive answer, yes or no. They are highly accurate. They do carry a small risk of miscarriage. And that is not a footnote. That is information you need before you decide. The first one is chorionic villus sampling, also known as CVS. It is done between week 10 and 13. A doctor takes a tiny samples of cells from the placenta to analyze the foetal chromosomes and check for specific genetic mutations like sickle cell disease. The second is amniocentesis, done from week 15 upwards. A needle extracts a small amount of amniotic fluid to evaluate the foetal DNA. Same purpose, different window, different method. Both of these tests will tell you exactly what you're working with. Now, the second category are the screening tests. These assesses likelihood. They do not give you a final diagnosis. They are safe for pregnancy, they have no miscarriage risk, but understand that you are getting a probability, not a confirmation. The third option, and this one exists outside of pregnancy entirely, is called pre-implantation genetic testing, also known as PGT. This is done during IVF. Embryos are created in the lab, tested for specific genetic conditions before any of them are transferred in the uterus. You are simply selecting the genotype before pregnancy even happens. It is the most definitive option available. It is also IVF, which means the cost, the access, the infrastructure, the emotional weight of the process, and all that comes with it. Good luck to all of you that are involved. I mean it genuinely, because it's not a small thing. So now you know the test, now you know what is available. But let's say you do one of them and the result comes back as SS. What do you do with that information? Do you abort? Do you keep the baby? And if you abort, what about your next pregnancy and the one after that? How many babies are you prepared to terminate before you reckon with the decision you made from the beginning? And if you keep the baby, are you a bad person? Are you cruel? Are you bringing a child into suffering on purpose? These are not questions I'm going to answer for you, but they are questions no one is asking out loud when Nigerian women are in comment section saying they cannot leave their AS partners. Because this is where that decision ends up. Not in a romantic conversation about love, in a hospital with a result and a choice that has no clean answers. And here's the other thing. The woman that made the other video simply shared her experience. That is her right. But the barrier to making and sharing a video is almost non-existent. Anyone with a phone can do it. What you choose to include, what you choose to leave out, how you frame it, all of that shapes what the person is watching, takes away. A comment section filled with women asking for more information is not just curiosity. It is a gap. And filling that gap with personal experience, without context, without the full picture, without the risk and limitation, that is where misinformation does not announce itself. It just travels quietly, dressed as a story.